Hello, fellow midlifers. Welcome to the channel. Today, I'm sharing some mistakes and lessons I've made with my 401k and IRA rollovers. Are you transitioning into a new job? What should you do with your 401k in your old job? These were the questions that I had at 35 when I moved companies. For those who are new, I'm Jean. I'm in midlife, and on this channel, I'm sharing my journey as I'm navigating finances in midlife. This includes real estate investing as well as travel hacks and points. I first moved companies at 35, which was incidentally also the age when I started becoming interested in investing in general. I didn't know much about investing then and had zero knowledge and understanding of any kind of investing. I guess you could say that I started a little late in life, in midlife to be exact. And I'm sharing what I wish I knew at 35, so hopefully someone in midlife who's watching this can avoid some of the mistakes that I made. Note that this is not financial advice. This is just me sharing my experience, and hopefully it is educational to someone. When I moved companies, I had an existing 401k in my old company. I was told that I should move my 401k into a rollover IRA. I had zero knowledge and understanding of what this was, but I went ahead and moved the money anyway. So what is a rollover IRA? Now I know a rollover IRA is just like a traditional IRA. It holds tax-deferred retirement savings, but it's created to receive funds from a 401k, 403b, or a similar plan. The key benefit is that it keeps your retirement money growing tax-deferred and preserves the tax advantages of your old 401k. So how does it work with an old 401k? When you leave a job, you have a few choices for your 401k. You can, number one, leave it with your old employer's plan if allowed. You can roll it into your new employer's 401k. You can cash it out, which is usually a bad idea because you're going to owe taxes on it and a 10% penalty if you're under 59 and a half. Or you can roll it into what's called a rollover IRA. And if you choose number 4, which is exactly what I did, these are the steps. You would open a rollover IRA at a brokerage, either Fidelity, Vanguard, Schwab. You can request a direct rollover from your old 401k provider. This means the funds go directly to the IRA custodian and not to you. The check is made out to the new financial institution for the benefit of, and then your name. And then once the funds arrive, you can invest them however you want, usually in mutual funds, ETFs, or individual stocks. There's no taxes or penalties that would apply as long as it's done correctly as a direct rollover. So the benefits of a rollover IRA is that you have more control. You can choose from a wider range of investments than most 401k plans. Also lower fees. IRAs often have lower administration costs and simplified management. It keeps all your retirement savings in one place. So if you switch jobs every couple of years, you can just keep rolling it over to the same IRA. But here's the massive mistake that I made, which cost me thousands. I just rolled it over and left it there, assuming that it would just grow. I didn't look at it for a couple of months, and when I did, the amount of money in the account was the exact amount that it was when I rolled it over. So my 401k, which I rolled over into an IRA, was just in that account with inflation eating it away. and I had no idea why. What I didn't know was that when you roll over to a rollover IRA, I needed to invest the funds in the rollover IRA. Which brought me to another problem. I had no idea what to invest it in. I didn't know what kinds of funds were available. I didn't know how to pick funds. And there was also the fear factor. I was really scared to invest in the wrong things. The brokerage company that I rolled it over into was Fidelity. And after spending an entire Saturday afternoon tinkering through Fidelity, I found an option where Fidelity was suggesting certain investments that would be similar to the Dow Jones Industrial Average. I didn't know what the Dow Jones was. No idea. But now I know that the Dow Jones Industrial Average, or the Dow, is a number that shows how 30 big, well-known US companies are doing overall. Think of it as like a report card for the stock market. When you hear the news, the Dow went up 200 points today, it means on average, the stock price of those 30 major companies like Apple, Coca-Cola, Goldman Sachs went up. If the Dow goes down, it also means that their prices go down. A simple way of picturing it is if you're tracking the mood of the US economy using 30 major companies, if most of them are doing well, the Dow rises. If most are struggling, the Dow falls. A quick few facts about the Dow Jones. It's one of the oldest stock indexes, started in 1896. It's price weighted, meaning higher priced stocks like Apple or United Health have a bigger effect on the Dow's movement than lower priced ones. It's not the entire market. It's just a snapshot of 30 large, stable companies, mostly in different industries. In short, the Dow is a quick way to see whether the US stock market is generally going up or down based on the performance of 30 major companies. I was completely overwhelmed, but I knew I had to do something. And while investing in the US stock market through the Dow Jones was risky, it was also risky not to do anything because of inflation. I just went ahead and followed Fidelity's recommendation, and now 10 years later, I'm so glad I did. So if I were to tell my 35-year-old me something, here's what I would tell her. Don't forget your old 401k from your old job. It's your money. Make sure you take account of it and think thoughtfully what to do with it. 2, if you choose to roll it over, don't make that same mistake again. Make sure you invest the money. Don't assume that rolling it over is an automated investment. You need to pick your investments for it to continue to grow. Number 3, do some research. At the very least, know what the Dow Jones is, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ. And 4, there are always risks. You can risk losing your money in the stock market, or you can risk losing it to inflation. I hope this was helpful and educational to other midlifers. What are some mistakes you made with your 401k and rollover IRAs? What were some lessons learned? Hope we can learn from each other. If this video helped you, I hope you would consider liking it and subscribing. I post videos every week about midlife, money, and miles. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.